and the burning of US flags, we usually think of these as scenes from protests in the Muslim world. This is happening inside America too. There is a lot to say about the Islamization of the US. You will see videos of extreme speeches. I will show you documents. But let's start with the end of the story, because this process, which began decades ago, is already bearing fruits today. Watch this clip.
We're done hiding. We're done. We're done being tortured and hurt and judged. This is the correct religion. This is the religion that all of humanity needs to be upon, of Islam. And we will not stop until it enters every home. So I want you to repeat after me. I want to hear it in every single district. It should tremble. Brooklyn should hear it. The Bronx should hear it. Queens should hear it. Say it as if the Ummah depends on this, my brothers and sisters. La ilaha illallah. Muhammadan Rasulullah. There is no God worthy of worship except Allah, the God of Jesus, the God of Moses, the God of Abraham, and the God of the last and final Prophet Muhammad.
All of the
Sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
There are a few things to notice here. First, this isn't Arabic being shouted in some small mosque in Wisconsin. This is fluent English, spoken by someone who grew up in America, in the middle of New York City, in front of thousands of people. It is not hidden, and we will get to the hidden part soon. Second, he is angry. That's not a good starting point. He is angry and feels wronged, and he's not asking to fix anything. He's demanding to dominate, to bring Islam into every American home. Anyone familiar with Islamic principles know the world is divided into two. Dar el-Islam, the places already under Islamic rule, and Dar el-Harb, the land of war, the parts of the world that must be conquered. He begins by saying Muslims are victims, oppressed. And I asked myself, where exactly are Muslims oppressed in America? Are they jailed for being Muslims? Forbidden to pray? From what I see, Muslims enjoy the most freedom in the West, in America, Canada, England, France. And the places where Muslims are most persecuted, where the most Muslims are killed for political or religious reasons, are Muslim countries.
Yep.
In the past decade alone, about 1.5 million Muslims have been killed by other Muslims in Yemen, Syria, Libya. Maybe it is just my Jewish logic, but if you come to America as a refugee or immigrant, I would say, thank you, America, for the freedom you give me.
Exactly.
And if I were Muslim and wanted to live under Sharia law, I would move to those wonderful countries that enforce it. Iran, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, Sudan, Mauritania. You could say I'm drawing too much from one clip. So let's see a few more.
Is defeating the US, defeating Israel means defeating Canada. This settlement will exist on the basis of the indigenous people and the black people. Defeating Israel means defeating this colonial institution.
We have to destroy the idea of America in our heads, in our neighbors' heads, in our comrades' heads, in everybody's heads in this country.
We do not want to melt into American society and disappear. We want to go into American society with Islamic ideals and revamp their thinking. We want to revamp them. We want to turn them into Muslim individuals.
Why are our protests on the International Day of Quds, why are they so anti-America? Why don't we just focus more on Israel and not talk so much about America? Gaza has shown the entire world why these protests are so anti-America. Because it's the United States government that provides the funds for all of the atrocities that we just heard about. And this is why Imam Khomeini, who declared the International Day of Quds, this is why he would say to pour all of your chants and all of your shouts upon the head of America. Genocide Joe that has to go. It's the entire system that has to go.
Before the really strong clips, let me explain something. Quds Day is Jerusalem Day, created by Ayatollah Khomeini, the leader of the Islamic Revolution in Iran. Under his rule, do you know how many Iranians, how many Muslims he executed for political reasons? The lowest estimates, 20,000. Higher estimates, 40,000. And Khomeini fought Saddam Hussein. That war killed about 1 million Muslims. Yet somehow, those who blame Israel and America forget that the ones who have killed the most Muslims are Muslim rulers themselves. I will show you more clips. But here is a thought I have as an Israeli and a Jew. Imagine if a rabbi stood in the center of New York and shouted in front of hundreds of Jews, "America is rotten. We will bring Judaism into every American home." If that happened, Tucker Carlson would talk about it for years. Candace Owens would drop the existential question of whether Macron's wife wore pants or a dress when she was 5 years old and make a whole documentary about it. Every commentator in America would be on it. But it is not the Jews who want to take over. In my last video, I even talked about the fact that Jews pray for the success of the countries they are in every Saturday. Let's see who wants to take over the world.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised this ummah in this Quran that the ummah will inherit this earth. That the ummah will rule over this earth. We have no doubt that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will deliver His promise and grant us the Khilafah upon the prophethood. Under its leadership, Rome will be opened, Kashmir will be liberated, India will be liberated, Palestine will be liberated, Al-Andalus. Sometimes we forget about
Al-Andalus is Spain, yeah? It's Spain. Because they had some control over Spain after starting a war, they claim that Al-Andalus is theirs. It's a Muslim country and they need to conquer it and bring the wing of Islam over it.
Al-Andalus, which is known as Spain, that land is ours for 800 years.
Because you conquered it in a war, in an offensive war. The Christians took it back. Now it's theirs. Deal with it. Go eat your shawarma and mashawsha somewhere else.
And it's under occupation such as Kashmir, such as Palestine.
إن الساسة الذين يسألون اليوم ماذا بعد اليوم التالي في غزة نسوا أن يسألوا أنفسهم ماذا بعد اليوم التالي في أمريكا ليس في غزة فقط. ولعل هذا الحديث يحمل دلالة واضحة أن الخلاف على منهاج النبوة القادم ستقود إلى نشر الإسلام وسيدخل الإسلام في كل بيت في كل الأرض في كل قاراتنا بما في ذلك في كل بيت في أمريكا.
Our job is to change the Constitution of America.
الفتح بالدعوة هذا ما نأمله إن شاء الله. سنفتح أوروبا وسنفتح أمريكا لا بالسيف ولكن بالدعوة.
One word you keep hearing is dawah. This means spreading Islam into non-Muslim areas, not by war, but through charity groups, community organizations, student unions, mosques, and local and national politics. Listen to these two.
It's very difficult to find any place in the world now that is ruled by someone who's ruling by divine authority. You look at post-modernity, there is one religion that is absolutely equipped from the ground up to engage the speed of a technocratic world. It is the dynamic, pluralistic, empowering Islam of the Prophet's era.
Today, we have 43 state delegates in the United States who are Muslim. If they want to run for Congress, we may end up with about 50 members of Congress in the next 6 years. That's really the essence of dismantling the system of injustice. with the people who represent the Prophet ﷺ.
When you watch these clips, and I will show you more later, you see clear patterns. It doesn't matter when they were filmed. During the Gaza war, before it, under Biden, Trump, or Bush, the message stays the same. The goal of a global Islamic caliphate, conquering Palestine, Rome, Spain, India, and America.